Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to Soul Place. Want power leads to willpower. Religious experimentation will show you that an uncontrolled existence also is the way to misery. The individual who lives all the time in an undisciplined manner is constantly filled with restlessness and worries. Whenever you reason that you cannot do without something, you have become its slave. The secret of happiness is to be master of yourself. Many of the things you shouldn't do, you want to do. But when you have cultivated the power to control your desire to do something, even though you are tempted to do it, you have self mastery. Most people need to develop want power. It enables you to avoid doing things you shouldn't do. When you say, I won't give into this wrong habit, and you don't, that is self mastery. Want power develops strength of mind. Man's outer behavior reflects his inner life. External luxuries cannot make the soul happy. It is only by control of one's life that the soul experiences happiness and peace. Every morning when I get up, I make certain resolutions, and then throughout the day I mentally whip myself to be sure that I fulfill them. This develops great willpower, and when I see all my resolutions carried out, I feel I am conqueror. So practice self-control. If you don't, you will find yourself constantly carried away on the waves of emotion. Practice religion every day of your life. On Sundays, you learn about the divine law of forgiveness. If you are slapped on the left cheek, turn the right cheek also. But do you practice this in everyday life? Or do you think it is foolish to do so? Experiment. When you retaliate by giving the other person a slap, you feel terrible. Your action is just as bad as the other person's. Anger and bitterness react not only upon your mind but upon your physical body. You feel a great heat in your brain which upsets your nervous system. Why should you take on the contagion of the hatred of him who slaps you? Why should you disrupt your mental peace? Isn't it better to be able to say, I am happy within myself because, in spite of your blows, I have done no harm to you and have wished you well. Though it is easier to slap in return for a slap, remember that the after effects of such a reaction, loss of mental peace and physiological disturbance, are not worth the momentary satisfaction of revenge. When you refrain from retaliating, you will find that you have calmed down your enemy also. Whereas if you hit back, you only rouse his emotions more. So to be in control of your emotions is important to happiness. Then no one can get you angry, no one can make you jealous. You stand unchallenged in your own consciousness. You know what you are. You have experimented with your thoughts and you know what treasure of peace you have within. There's always a way out. Worry doesn't help you either. Not only does it burn out your nerves, leaving you cranky and cross all the time, it puts an extra strain on the heart. When you leave your work for the day, forget it. Do not pick it up mentally and carry it home with you. Worry only clouds your mind so that you cannot think clearly. You should learn to rely more on God. This is a science, a divine law. There is always a way out of your trouble, and if you take the time to think clearly, to think how to get rid of the cause of your anxiety instead of just worrying about it, you become a master. Many people come to me to talk about their worries. I urge them to sit quietly, meditate, and pray, and after feeling calmness within, to think of the alternate ways by which the problem can be solved or eliminated. When the mind is calm in God, when the faith is strong in God, they find a solution to their problem. Merely ignoring problems won't solve them. but neither will worrying about them. Meditate until you become calm. Then put your mind on your problem and pray deeply for God's help. Concentrate on the problem and you will find a solution without going through the terrible strain of worry. A prayer that is strong and deep will definitely receive God's answer. But if you do not make any real effort to pray to Him naturally, you will not feel any response. At one time or another, everyone has found some desire fulfilled through prayer. When your will is very strong, it touches the Father, and the Father wills that your desire be fulfilled. When He wills, all nature takes notice. God does respond when you deeply pray to Him with faith and determination. Sometimes He answers by dropping a thought in the mind of another person who can fulfill your desire or need. That individual then serves as God's instrument to bring about the desired result. You don't realize how wonderfully this great power works. It operates mathematically. There is no if about it. And that is what the Bible means by faith. It is proof of things unseen. If you practice the presence of God, you will know that what I am saying is truth. Go to God, pray and cry to Him until He shows the workings of His laws to you and guides you. Remember, greater than a million reasonings of the mind is to sit and meditate upon God until you feel calmness within. Then say to the Lord, I can't solve my problem alone, even if I thought a zillion different thoughts. But I can solve it by placing it in your hands, asking first for your guidance and then following through by thinking out the various angles for a possible solution. God does help those who help themselves. When your mind is calm and filled with faith after praying to God in meditation, you are able to see various answers to your problems, and because your mind is calm, you are capable of picking out the best solution. Follow that solution and you will meet with success. This is applying the science of religion in your daily life.